One person is dead and two of their family members are fighting for their lives after a fire tore through this Frankfort apartment.
I'll have an update from a terrible scene we showed you this morning of a fatal accident here in Montgomery County.
A Lexington man is held up at gunpoint by two men at this Kroger gas station in Nicholasville and then forced to drive nearly 6 miles away to the Kentucky River, where they eventually would steal his car. Coming up, find out what police are doing to catch these suspects.
This is WKYT News at Noon.
Good afternoon from WKYT. It's a busy day in the news. I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Barbara Bailey. At least one person is dead after an overnight fire in central Kentucky.
The fire broke out at the Country Hills Apartments on Chinko Lane in eastern Frankfort around 1 o'clock this morning. Two others were critically injured. They were flown to UK Hospital. And WKYT's Mark Barber has been tracking that story for us all morning long. He has the latest now in our top story at noon. Mark?
Good afternoon, Bill. Crews are starting to board up the damage here on the ground floor of this apartment building, but you can still clearly see the damage that this fatal fire caused when it ripped through the walls here and tore through the roof. Now, it has been a very tense and emotional day for people who had family living in this badly burned apartment building. Now, we spoke with one woman. Her name is Leslie Dent. She's driven past this apartment building twice this morning. One of her family members and their young children live here, and she's terribly worried about them. She says she keeps coming back, hoping and praying that they were not hurt. While the coroner is not identifying any victims yet, he is saying one person was killed by the fire and two others are in critical condition at UK Hospital. Now, we are hearing from several people that a mother and her children lived in the apartment that burned. Beyond that, investigators are not releasing much information about this fire that started around 1:45 here at the Country Hills Apartments. The property manager tells us all 8 apartments here were evacuated, and the Red Cross is now finding a place for those displaced people to stay. Not only is this a difficult case for those who are waiting to hear if their loved ones were hurt, this is also very hard on investigators. They say it's been difficult to watch as this fire destroyed everything a family had less than a week from Thanksgiving.
Hard to even think about it going around the holidays and stuff, and it's just hard for the family.
Compounds things when you have the holidays, approaching and involved. So I would ask anybody to, keep the family in their thoughts and prayers.
So what started this fire and where did it start? State fire marshals and state arson investigators are all working on this case. They say it could take them up to 10 days to find the answers to those questions. They say it's going to be a long and hard job because a lot of the evidence that they needed has already burned in this fire. Live in Frankfort, Mark Barber, WKYT.
All right, Mark, thank you very much. Now, code officials are now confirming that they're going over there to see whether that building was up to code and whether people will be able to be moved back into the other apartments.
Police are investigating a deadly crash in central Kentucky. It happened around 7 o'clock this morning on Main Street at the intersection of Highway 599 in Jeffersonville. A truck and van reportedly collided, and a woman driving the van was killed. WKYT's Michelle Chamberlain is in the Montgomery County area now with what she's learned about the victim. Michelle?
It was a tough scene to see when we arrived at this fatal accident here at the intersection of Highway 460 and Kentucky 599 in Jeffersonville. Police say around 7 o'clock this morning, the driver of the van pulled out in front of the truck driver who was traveling east on Highway 460. Police say the driver of the van died at the scene. Police say her name will not be released at this time as they try to contact family. However, Montgomery County Sheriff Fred Shortridge says he knew the lady. He said she was heading to work at Mapleton Elementary in Mount Sterling at the time of the accident. Shortridge says the death of this science teacher is a tough loss.
It's sad that you get this kind of report, and I have not yet had time to talk to the family, but yet the good people, like I said, it's just sad that unfortunately it happened.
The sheriff added that she leaves behind 2 children. In Montgomery County, Michelle Chamberlain, WKYT.
Michelle, thank you. And the driver of the truck and the 2 children inside the truck were not injured.
The search is continuing here at midday for two men who police say carjacked a Lexington man at gunpoint and then forced him to drive several miles away, all the way to the Kentucky River. It started at the Kroger gas station in Brannan Crossing in Nicholasville, ending up at the river. WKYT's Mike Byer is in Jessamine County now with this Crime Tracker report.
Good afternoon, Bill and Barb. We now know the description of the vehicle that Nicholasville police say was stolen by two men after they held up a Lexington man while he was at this Kroger gas station last night. Police say the vehicle stolen is a dark blue Nissan Maxima with a plate number of 421 RMT. Again, that's 421 RMT. This after at around 10 last night, when police say two armed men approached the victim at the Kroger gas station at Brannan Crossing in Nicholasville. Police say the two suspects then forced the man into his car by gunpoint, making him drive to the Camp Nelson Bridge at the Kentucky River. At that point, officers say they took his car, wallet, and money. From there, police say the victim told them that he walked to a friend's house who gave him a ride back to Lexington. The man then told authorities that he called Lexington police once he got home at around 2 a.m. Nicholasville police are handling the investigation since the incident happened here in Jessamine County. Police say they are reviewing security camera footage from this Kroger gas station and attempt to find the persons responsible. In the meantime, they say if we see the 2009 dark blue Nissan Maxima, plate number 421 RMT, that we not approach it, but instead call the police department immediately. In Nicholasville, Mike Byer, WKYT.
Mike, thank you. And Nicholasville police say if you have any other information in regard to this case, to contact them as well. A state lawmaker is calling for changes a day after a WKYT News investigation questioned why a suspected cop killer was paroled from prison just months before the deadly shooting. Raleigh Sizemore is accused of killing Richmond police officer Daniel Ellis earlier this month. Despite a lengthy criminal history, he was granted parole in April, even though one board member said that he was not a good candidate for early release. Representative John Tilley, who is co-chair of the State Judiciary Committee, tells us that he believes there needs to be more oversight on parole boards, and he intends to hold hearings on the matter when the General Assembly convenes in January. We'll have more on the fallout from our investigation in reports later today on WKYT News.
Well, it is certainly a beautiful day in the Bluegrass with sunny skies, but don't be fooled. It's chilly out there, and it's only going to get colder as we move through the weekend. WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris is live in our First Alert Weather Center now with a look ahead.
Yeah, we are waiting for that big blast of that cold air sliding on in, and we're going to be seeing that for the weekend like Bill and Bart were just talking about. But really, it's Sunday. Feel the big blast after that front makes its way on through. There is your shot outside. Beautiful day. It's still on the cool side. We're there in the upper 40s, lower 50s. We'll finish off there in the lower to even some mid 50s out and about once we hit the afternoon right around 4 p.m. Cooler day and sore than yesterday and the past couple of days. But obviously the focus is well back toward the west. There is a system over the plains right now heading our direction, and we will see that not today but tomorrow. And it's mainly for the second half of your Saturday, which means most of your day is going to be dry. Now, I'll show you what time this arrival time is actually putting together a graphic for you just to show you and help you plan out your day coming up in a few minutes.
Micah, will see you then. Ex-Subway pitchman Jared Fogle is in a Kentucky jail at this noon hour. Fogle arrived at the Henderson County Jail late yesterday after he was sentenced to 15.5 years in federal prison for sex and pornography charges involving children. Fogle is now waiting to be transported to another facility, presumably out of state. The jail official tells our sister station in Evansville that Fogle is likely being kept in the general population. There are new details in the sex scandal surrounding the University of Louisville men's basketball team today. Escort Katina Powell has reportedly met with the NCAA investigators at this point. Her lawyer told a Louisville TV station that the interview was not recorded. In her book, Breaking Cardinal Rules, Powell says she and several others were paid thousands of dollars by a former U of L staffer to dance for and have sex with some Louisville players and recruits between the years 2010 and 2014. Well, today is the last day of the Big Blue Crush blood drive, and Kentucky is still in the lead.
But they still need your help to push UK over the top. Donors will receive a Big Blue Crush t-shirt and a chance to win tickets to the Kentucky-Louisville football game that's coming up on November 28th. UK fans can donate blood at Kentucky Blood Center locations in Lexington, Pikeville, and Somerset. Kentucky leads the competition 14-12 with one tie in all of the years and has won the competition the last 5 years. So we want to keep that going.
Get that record going. Well, military advisors from the U.S. and France are on the scene of a terror attack on a hotel in Mali today. The latest on a hostage situation ongoing. Coming up next on Kentucky's #1 Midday News.
Also ahead, fans may be saying hello to new music from Adele, but she's saying goodbye to Spotify and Apple Music. We'll explain coming up on WKYT News at noon.